Welcome to Lehasis TV, and today we are looking at one of the most accurate measuring instruments that we use in science. This one we call it the micrometer screw gauge. Now I have different sizes here, as you can see. I have this one 25 times 1 millimeters, and then there is also this one here that is measuring up to between 0 to 25 millimeters. Now, today we are learning the parts of a micrometer screw gauge. Now, this part here is called the frame. This part here is called the frame. Now, the frame is used to support the instrument. The frame is used to support the instrument. Then there is this part here, that when I roll this, it remains. This part here, this fixed part is called the anvil. It's called the anvil. Then this moving part, when I put this, you can see this moving part. This moving part is called the spindle. We call it the spindle. This moving part is called the spindle. And then there is this part here that is called the sleeve. This part here that is called the sleeve. Now, this sleeve also contains or has what we call the main scale. This is called the main scale on the sleeve. You can see our main scale on the sleeve. So this is the sleeve. And then there is this rotating part, this part that is rotating, part. You can see it in both. Now, this rotating part is called the thimble. It also has a circular scale. You can see it also has a circular scale. And again, that depends on the size of the instrument you are using. It also has a circular scale. And then at the end, we have what we call a ratchet stop. Or a ratchet cap. Now the ratchet stop or ratchet cap helps us to apply the correct pressure without squeezing the object so tightly. Remember, when you are measuring the thickness of an object, micrometer screw gauge is used to measure the thickness of an object. So the object you are measuring its thickness, you place it here, and then you tighten. By rolling this particular cap. So it helps us not to squeeze the object too tightly so that we don't apply a lot of pressure. Like when I want to measure, for example, the thickness of something like this here, this particular instrument, I want to measure its thickness, then I can, I'll put it in between, of course. And then after putting it in between, let us see if we can be able to put it in between and see whether you can measure. Yes, I put it in between and I push my spindle, my cap, my ratchet cap, so that I can be able to close it up. You see it's moving. Just place it up. So you can see I have used my ratchet cap to tighten the object that I want to measure its thickness. So you are not supposed to tighten it. Usually when it twitches just 3 times, you push it. When it twitches 3 times, tap, 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 then the object is tightly in place. You can go ahead and move the scale. Now, a micrometer screw gauge is used to measure very small dimensions, such as the diameter of a wire, the thickness of a coin, or the diameter of a small bearing. It is more accurate than a ruler. Thank you so much for learning with Lehasis TV. Next time, we will be looking at how to use this particular instrument to measure the thickness and actually do calculations.